Hi, ladies. It's Beth from Be Styled, and it's time for Tipsy Tuesday, and it's May. So we are talking about occasions and events and dressing up for a change. The last couple years, everything was canceled, but you know what? This year, we're back, and all the events that were canceled, or a lot of the weddings and events like that that were canceled or postponed, are happening now, and we're getting out of the house and we're getting dolled up. So I wanted to share some easy tips, some basic tips to help you when the invitations arrive so that you're not stressed out. You're not, wondering what to wear at the last minute. God forbid, canceling plans because you don't know what to wear, or not feeling good about what you wear when you actually get to the event. So we want to avoid all those things by being prepared, no emergency shopping, and feeling good in what we're wearing. So here are some 4 tips. Okay, we're going to start with some universally flattering dress silhouettes. I'm not going to go through every body type and the different dress tips for every body type, but these dresses are sort of designated, these styles, as being fairly universally flattering. Now, at the end of the day, you have to wear what you like and what works for your individual body. But here are some ideas and some little terms that you can Google when you're looking for dresses. These dresses are all in style and on trend, but they're also flattering styles. They're from various different retailers. The first style is the midi length, which is very common, very popular right now. You're seeing them everywhere. You're seeing a lot of the, Little House on the Prairie type dresses that we talk about in my groups that a lot of us are not a huge fan of. But this first dress, this floral midi dress, is a nod to that sort of style that's so on trend without being too little girlish or Little House on the Prairie-ish. But what it does do is it is a midi length. So it's going to hit at about a couple inches above your ankle, which I harp about all the time. The slimmest part of your lower leg is a very flattering hemline. It also comes in a petite sizing. Or it's also an easy dress to be hemmed if it was too long, because it's not meant to be a maxi dress. At a midi dress, where it hits above in that ankle bone zone, is so much more flattering, and it's elongating. So if you are petite, don't feel like you can't wear these longer dresses. You just need to have the hem taken up so that it's above your ankle and before your calf starts to widen, and that just elongates your whole body. And it's so flattering. And you know what? It's really comfortable too, because your legs are covered up, which I know I personally like, yet it's still flowy and flirty. And this dress defines the waist without being too, form-fitting or hugging. And then it just gently flows down. It's got a nice V-neck. It's got nice, looks like elbow length sleeves that have some nice detail to it. So it's just a really, really pretty dress. So that's an example of a midi dress. You could find a midi skirt, or there's lots of dresses in that length. Next is, we call it the team dress. This is by Alex Evenings, I believe it's called. Yes, Alex Evenings. It is a winning dress. I have seen more women of different shapes and sizes in this dress. I just was with a customer 2 weeks ago, and she was going to return this dress because she thought it was too tight, actually. And I made her put it on, and I almost had a heart attack. I think she almost had a heart attack when she saw how great she looked in the mirror. I took a picture of her because she didn't believe me. Sometimes you need to see yourself in a picture to really believe how great a dress looks. It is more of a form-fitting dress, but it is made out of this very stretchy, thick, almost scuba-like material. I don't think it is scuba, but it's that thick material. So it has nice structure, holds its shape, holds everything in without making you feel like you're, encased like a sausage, but it just follows your curves. It highlights a beautiful chest. It creates a waist, whether you have one or not. It truly does. And then it just skims over your hips and goes right above your knee. It's fantastic. It is just such a great dress. So all these dresses will be in my dress catalog that I'm going to link. But this one is by Alex Evenings, and it also comes in a long sleeve version. It comes in many different colors, and it even comes in a full length version. Similar styling. Highly recommend. Okay, next, and that's the style of dress that you want to look for. If that type of dress, if you're an hourglass figure, especially, um, is a wrap style. That's what this dress is. It's a wrap where it's creating that waist. And if you have a very straight figure, a rectangular figure, the beauty of a wrap dress or a dress like this is it will create a waist where you don't have one as well. So if you have a waist, it will highlight it. If you don't have a waist, it will create the illusion of a waist. So a wrap dress is a classic go-to, universally flattering silhouette. Next is the sheath dress, which we often think of as far as, a work dress. If you work in a professional environment, the sheath dress is your friend. Sheath dresses, A-line dresses are very flattering on most figures. This one here, I forget who it's by, but I'll link it in the catalog. What's nice about it is it doesn't have a V-neck, unfortunately, but it has a nice scoop neck. And it has this fantastic tie waist. So it's cinching in at the waist, again, creating a waist, highlighting or creating a waist, and then it just sort of hangs straight. So it's going to follow your curves. It's not going to be too tight, but it's not going to be voluminous and add visual weight. So a sheath dress is your friend. This one, that's in a bright color. I've seen them in, blues, and this is a great coral color. You might want to have a sheath dress as your go-to LBD, little black dress. This one is by Karen Kane. It has a nice kind of high halter type neckline, which is very flattering to your shoulders, clavicle area. So great looking. This is a dress that you could wear to work with a blazer, and then you could wear it with great heels and jewelry and a glitzy wrap or bag out to a fancy wedding. So it's a workhorse. And it's also a sheath dress. So it's got the same characteristics. Okay. Next, the fit and flare. If you are a pear shape, the fit and flare dress is probably what you look for, what you Google when you're looking for a dress, or if it's not, it's what you should look for. Not should, but it works very well with pear shape. By pear shape, I mean generally smaller on top, narrower shoulders than your hips, carry the weight in the lower body, hips, thighs, butt area. A fit and flare dress will highlight that great upper body, bring the eye up to your beautiful shoulders and collarbone and chest, and be fitted there, and then, show your waist, and then just hang down and flow over your curves down below. This dress, I believe, is by Bowden, and it's just a great navy and white pattern. Again, keeps the eye moving, very flattering. More of a daytime dress, great for graduations or a shower or a more casual daytime wedding. Similarly, this dress is by Land's End, and it is a cotton jersey dress that you could wear very casually with a jean jacket, or you could dress it up as well for a daytime event. Comes in a slew of colors. It's got the V-neck. It's got the cinched waist. I think it has a faux wrap, so it creates that same, visual, that diagonal wrap, that flattering diagonal lines of a wrap dress, while being a little bit shorter. This is probably hitting around knee length, which is great for petites. It comes in petite. Fantastic dress by Land's End, so very affordable as well. Okay, so there are some fail-safe dress silhouettes. You can tell this is not edited, right? Anyway, onward. Let's talk about taking it up a notch, okay? What about if you really are going to an event and you don't want to go fail safe? You want to stand out. You want to be a little dramatic. You want to be a little whimsical. You want to show your personality. That's what I like to do. The few times that I go to a wedding or a really fancy event, I like to wear something special. And I grabbed these pictures off of, I think they're all from Bowden. This is from Eloquii, which is a great plus size site, Eloquii, ELOQUI. Fantastic dresses and items. It's size 14 and up. Fabulous. But what all these outfits have in common is they're dramatic. I mean, of all of them, this first one is my personal favorite. I just love these pants. They're from Bowden. And then they paired them with just a button down, probably a drapey button down, a white button down. Just love that. Love that. It also there's also a cami in the same pattern that's available, and a blouse if you wanted to do a kind of a faux jumpsuit. I just think it's so unexpected and fabulous, and the colors are so fun. Speaking of colors, number 2, this beautiful girl, similar, this is a sheath dress with a tie waist. So it's accentuating her waistline and her bust, and it's just fabulous. And it's got a great sleeve, these angled sleeves. See how the sleeves are not cut straight across. They're loose and angled, so flattering to the arm. And it's a pop of color. It is a standout color. So if you're at an event and everyone's wearing black, you're going to stand out and just look so great in this color. But not to knock black. Some people love black. I love black. This black Bowden dress is just a step above your LBD that I showed you earlier. It is a show-stopping black dress. Another winning dress for pear shapes because it creates a little bit of volume above, up in the shoulder and chest area, which balances out the hips and thighs. It's got some lace. It's got flutter sleeves. It's got the high neck that are great on a lot of pairs. And yet it's still accentuating the waist and then just flowing over her hips and thighs and ending at that midi length that I talked about. So for a black dress, this is fabulous. It's got, I think it has like a chiffon or polka dot material on the overlay. It's fabulous. And it also comes in a gorgeous hot pink. Next, talk about fun, is that same white button-down concept, this time with a tulle skirt that comes in this beautiful green. It comes in, I think, black, and it comes in hot pink. And it is a bestseller from Bowden. They cannot keep this skirt in stock year in and year out. It is so fun. And it is not too youthful. I can hear you saying it. Oh, I'm too old to wear that tulle skirt. Well, you know what? You aren't. I've seen a skirt like this on a 75-year-old woman with a button-down shirt and great shoes like she has on, which I can't really see because I can't see that well, but fabulous, 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 unexpected, chic, whimsical, dramatic outfit. I love it. And don't forget your jumpsuit. I really feel like everyone needs to own a black jumpsuit that fits your body. This one is for summer from Bowden. It's in linen. I love this halter neckline that's so flattering on so many. Comes in petite. It's hitting her just above her ankle bone, which is great. You can show off some strappy heels or some really cute statement flats if you don't wear heels. You could wear a kitten heel or a pointy toe lower heel or even a flat. Love a jumpsuit like this. This is linen, so it would be great for a daytime wedding or a graduation. You could put a wrap over it or a light cardigan over it. It also comes in a beautiful pattern similar to the one in the first picture with the green and pink. But I love that jumpsuit. Okay, so don't be like the rest of them, darling. Coco Chanel, listen to Coco, okay? All right, next, number 3, we're talking about shoes. You can never take too much care over the choice of your shoes, according to Christian Dior. All right, so true. I talk about that all the time. I'm showing a variety here. I know our feet hurt, ladies, but we're talking about going to a special wedding or being the mother of the groom or bride or going to your niece's wedding or your son's best friend's wedding. You want to wear a great outfit and have shoes that reflect your great outfit and work with that great outfit. So here's the top row are my go-to kind of neutrals, or the first 2 are kind of a neutral dress shoe. A kitten heel is a great way to go low but still be dressy. If you're going to be outside in the grass, probably not the perfect choice, in which case a block heel. You could go lower if you needed to. This one's by Nine West. Gets great reviews for comfort. And it's just it's a patent, sort of a taupey silver. It's not quite nude, but it would be so flattering on most skin tones and dressy. For a more casual daytime look, like with that jumpsuit, for example, these are kind of a metallic, maybe little raffia slide on low heel from, I think, Ann Taylor would be a great daytime dress shoe. This black Bowden heel is killer. I just think it's so gorgeous with a lot of those dresses I showed in the prior, or outfits from the prior slide, with another, again, a pointy, but not too high kitten heel. I couldn't not put this on just because of the B-styled colors. They're wild. They're crazy. They'd be a splurge, but if you're going to be recycling a favorite black dress, for example, and you're going to a fun event, maybe you want to invest in a fun shoe, whether it's these are pretty wild, but I think they're fun. or a hot pink shoe or something to add some pizzazz to your go-to black dress that you wear all the time, which I'm all for doing that and changing it up with these shoes. And I'm going to show you a clutch on the next slide that you could even wear with these shoes and a black dress or a neutral dress. It'd be fabulous. Okay. And last but not least, I included these flats for those of you who just have to wear flats, which is, I know it's reality. They come in a silver as well. I think they're Bagley Mishka, but they're from Nordstrom and they're the more affordable version of Bagley Mishka. And I could be saying that wrong. Sorry. Okay. So don't forget your shoes. And when you get those invitations, make sure you try on the whole outfit to the shoes and make sure your shoes fit, that you can wear them for a couple hours or wear them and then sit down and then take them off when you want to dance. But don't ruin your outfit with the shoes. Okay. All right. Next, the finishing touches, jewelry, accessories. This is a jumbled mess of a slide here, but if the top part is our gold toned accessories, I showed some examples of earrings. When I'm getting really dressed up, generally I find myself going for really cool earrings and maybe a cool bracelet and a cocktail ring. A lot of times, believe it or not, I skip the necklace when I'm getting really dressed up, especially if the dress is really making a statement. I'll skip this. I'll skip the necklace, depending on the neckline, especially if it has like a halter neckline. I'll skip it and go with great earrings and fabulous bracelet. This one is from Flirty Finds, very affordable. I think it's like $20. It's just a cuff that has some sparkle, comes in gold or silver. So it's all you need. You just stick that on and your wrist is dazzled and classy and sophisticated and beautiful. And you could wear, gold hoops. These are a 2-inch gold hoop with CZs. Those are from Stella & Dot. These are from Flirty Finds. These are a 1-inch silver hoop, also come in gold if you wanted the smaller, skinny hoop with CZs with a little bit of sparkle. And then a clutch. Don't forget the clutch. Somebody was telling me they went to the gorgeous wedding and all these women were all dressed up and she couldn't get over how many were carrying like their handbag that they would take, anywhere with them. No, you need a little clutch. You only need probably one. And this one is Jamie and I found these in at one of Jamie's vendors this past week. It comes in this champagne color, a silvery gray color. So there you go. You've got both depending on your choice. And it also comes in a blush, which is a beautiful neutral with a little bit of a color to it. So, check that out at Flirty Finds. She has a whole category called All Dressed Up with all these things in it. But remember, as Diane von Furstenberg said, jewelry is like the perfect spice. It always complements what's already there. Love that. Okay. So final thought. I love this quote. I don't know who said this, but it's so true. Joyous occasions are much more joyous when you feel good about how you look, right? So plan ahead, ladies. Don't get all stressed out. Plan ahead and avoid emergency shopping. The minute you get that invitation, go to your closet, dig deep. There might be dresses back there that you've hidden away because they don't get worn very often. And they could very well work. Just try them on. If you're in my Style System group, you can snap a selfie and post it in the group and we'll give our feedback. But first things first is try on what you have and don't be afraid to rewear something that you've already worn. If it's fabulous and you feel great in it, then you're good to go. You don't need to go shopping. But if you don't have anything or you really want something new, plan ahead. The supply chain crisis is real, and I don't even recommend going to the stores if you can avoid it, unless you have a boutique nearby, because the big stores are sending everything to their, online divisions. And that's where all the sizes are and all the selections. So shop online, free shipping, free returns is the way to go. Places like Nordstrom are the way to go with that. Most of the retailers that I put in my catalogs have free shipping and free returns. It's just an easier way to shop. It's much more fun to try on a dress in your bedroom with a glass of wine and all your jewelry and accessories than to schlep to a store into those awful dressing rooms with the awful lighting, right? and no wine. Okay. So plan ahead. You need to have time to do this, though. You can't start doing this the week before the event. That will not be fun. Okay. So don't do that. So get your calendars out, look at what you have coming up, and be ready. Okay. And just get dressed. Thanks for listening and watching and being with me today. And I will see you next time. Bye for now. Stop.